StadioViaDelMare in Lecce, where the Southern team take on the Indians Napoli. As edited and just that the Giallorossi lost at the weekend, but yet it's talking is despite attempting a late comeback, 16th in the standings, 2 points above the relegation zone, 12 points behind Napoli, top potato along with the World. Sergio Conte's team, but a bad league behind them with a state-winning minute against Inter. Hiring to Babe, avoiding Molly resolves, Maradona. Then Sergio Conte will be hoping that his players can do so. So again, it would be the word just for him at the niches and 250 games in charge of the Serie A season today against Genshin. He made his debut just a 16-year-old as a player, and Antonio Conte all the way down in 1986. From Lecce's point of view, they face one of the biggest sets currently on offer in the Italian domestic league. As defending champions of Ligators, Napoli made the trip south to Puglia, despite a late rally of 3-2 defeat against Udinese, but we ended just a 3-game unbeaten run in which they picked up their 6th point so far this season. Their only win, which came away from home against Parma, and that really has been one of the big issues for Lecce this season, but also since the start of 2025, they hadn't been able to get themselves over the line on home soil. Also, one victory at the LigaItalia. It's the start of 2025, and that was against Torino last season. Francesco, we've had seen his last 2 clubs relegated, seen by many as a risk, but Lecce has shown positives though. We're able to in the month of October. The set will try to end on a high against the Partenopei. Reigning champions Napoli, who have had a really sub-league after what we've been with him against Torino. Well, no, for men in Lace and home, and then humiliated really the champions yielded against PSV was 6-2 on the Netherlands. They were able to feel disappointed and back-to-back competitive losses behind them without them to a 3-1 winner, but in so which Chicols moving from top of the Serie, I'd say, well, with a Kanye, that do not. Turning Pompe's men hope victory was spot, I would say, until we kind of thrown or sort of in all of their Serie A games in this season. They are expected to do so here. We know that things going very, very good indeed in football. Something that Zerbi Francesco spoke about rather. And there's pretty much West Calderman saying that last week Napoli in crisis. Not after the win against Inter, so they were absolutely flying again. And Sandy Young, I suppose, defeat here against the Ancient on Saturday now. In 1, St. Paul's in Naples. Did we? SerieA club this evening. Never let Lecce. With a win, and they will be top all SerieA no matter what come the end of MatchDay 9. As every Francesco hinted he would make changes to the starting 11 this one, and he has kept his promise. RivalryNight, Valida, and as Francesco Camarata come into the team, the event is unchanged, while Santiago Mirotti joins the attacking trio. He is yet to score this season in SerieA, and the Sturridge, Chantete Morente are all options from the bench. All the hosts. Lecce with a real job on their hands. He was conceded plenty of goals at the start of this season. And he need a foul on it. That side hasn't been felt by these defence. Enzo scored the winner against Lecce last season. Giuseppe Dono, PA Referee, will be found tonight at Alex Luigi Rossi, Luca Lasteri and Phil Social, was in charge of VAR, that is Matteo Garillo. And Sergio Conte steps he do heads with his team's selection, which for the first time this season, the Scotland Torre starts on the bench. That's not the only novelty, as Conte also goes with a thoughtfully groovy formation. The first time this season, possibly to accommodate Noah Lang, who makes his first SerieA start. I mean, that Elmas Danuja and the other players drew them into the side. Neil Fabier Atlas, yeah. You can see mate that of it in line. To start most teams in SerieA this season come head to head. Napoli, it's off MatchDay 9 of SerieA in southern Italy. As Andy Francesco said, his team knew that they started again against Udinese Badia, but they also know starting solely against Napoli might be very costly for them. On the bid, Euro. Partenopei returns to their best against Inter. Playing a crunch game 3-1 and then Maradona. This away from home where Napoli they pretty struggling a little bit over the last 1.5. It also had our third competitive days on the road. Something which Conte says has to stop as they're serious about retaining their SerieA title. One Jesus. So boy joy. MatchDay guaranteed over 3 points for Napoli to that a 5 solo goal against Inter. Seems to be playing at his very, very best at the moment. Not MatchDay. Bolizano. He's yet to find his stride within his season. So Bolizano No goals so far in the first 8 games of the campaign. A small assist for him. Now how influential will be Giallorossi. Yeah, it's the system so Southampton hasn't really helped him. Which is why it's curious to see how Napoli are going to play in this 4-3-3 setup. Some of these players twice and in that formation of the Luciano Spalletti when they won the title a couple of seasons ago. Playing it in Luca. Gomez. This time Napoli have gone forward. I mean, you need it. Had it well tonight. StadioViaDelMare. 2 more. Just a thunder there by the referee. First point was from Napoli. Sonia Comse. Come in 50th game in charge of the SerieA club. And Sonia Comse. These statistics pretty frightening. Did and see where he's done it 26 games lost for Forza. This is a to be said, John Napoli, buongiorno. Just seeing out what atmosphere is, we know how many injuries there would be for the left in away since the start of the season. Kevin De Bruyne, you come in the third team, you play to put up an injury, and here is a serious one. This might be a serious chance to Napoli. Lecce. Has done it. Thought he's out. Here's your Ami deal there. So boy, my God, it's not boys. Yet you would be glad to see me. I started 3 bloody back in the starting 11. Chester said he wasn't quite ready to start after travelling a lot to play, but not with his actual team in the last international play. They've studied assessment and thought it bummed up. He was so excited to the starting 11. One's not lying. Yodo. Gisa. He thinks he's 10 off that heel of the Nabian deal that. Một bàn coi nè, hơi nó có lo gì mà đã nè làm mà trang thì best distribution there, ball inside the yellow foul corner. It's 32. You found an inch of his Savage. Mars win for Lecce against Napoli in February 2017. That one also made balls. Last win here. The 6-year Lecce was, I think, 2011. do on win on that occasion. Only that maybe was clear knowledge by Feroxi. If we were at this challenge there, but just Oliveira on the Adinful, he starts towards and he's still the leg buckle a little bit. Bit on the conceptional, but it was very painful. You can see it there. Stopped immediately, Piero Stereo. Leonardo Spinazzola is on the notice for Napoli, and he is calling the ball. Two buttons to replace Oliveira. That's it. Uruguayan's going to be out. He can continue at least for now. But Mr. News for Napoli in center personnel with the return of Money. On the bench, who's the evening? Between Mukta and Berisha. Very similar to what we've just seen. Giallorossi, and Oliveira. Established a good career in this. Balmas finds very high. It is been 7 minutes. He's the one that carried the ball forward earlier on. And that will be so Neil attack so far. That heads on. Should do so. Good chat. Natani did well. Margita. Margita quick. The Italy did well. There, that's a lie. Such an exciting recruit, late, but doesn't have much time or much opportunity to show his talent. Some minutes scattered here and there so far. Giallorossi picked out Tito and still like a rocket out of my flowers. That's smart and kid. Gita. Ball across the line, it will be a literal throw it. Well, that's the sign this one well. We was on side. Forward. Whilst our ball was bouncing for him and generated power to hitch out late. Balls around to get the back post. Da. It's the free kick. Still the BLRC. Should have pushed it a little bit for Elmas. Now Oliveira. He did well, but Elmas arrives. With Mr. Still. You'll know. You know that door. Kind of worked his way towards the three-star last. I'll do more. It's a shot. See, I think those deflected wide. Ramadani do have more. Well, that's already scored this season. Takes me on and it's a little touch. Shot Ramadani. First Napoli corner. Now Mas, not the best delivery. Doesn't fear the first man at the near post. Playing. What about taking it quickly? The opportunity for lower line. And of course, from the third grade, there's a relationship with Antonio Conte. Hasn't, yes, your Serie have been now like so far. His uncle being given more sign on the pitch. He has the opportunity. He has to take it. Here he is now. Well, he's there. Set after your game, but yeah, it's PSP and Sergio Conte that it's very difficult to integrate 9 new players into the team. Moments which many people found a little bit absurd as the Occhia. Well, they delayed when Thiago Gabriel on the side. Politano. We do League Nation lead. He lying. And cross reaches to your end star. Start yes. Manda. Means that there. Belmas straight into G start. Now another corner for Napoli. Clearance by Chill on the gas bar. Hit in the right position a couple of times already. Never a foul. Sorry. Napoli is such a powerful team. Every set these has to be considered a threat from Lecce's point of view. Politano's corner. Tell you what, it's a free header for Politano. Nobody picks him up. Cut for a direct on target. It's a pretty bad miss, all things considered, but and himself in a mock at his face. Yasin. He ensures Napoli again possession of the ball. You've seen very useful of the ball so far. Might be have seen in SerieA with the biased possession so far this season. He's still your settings. Still not. Yes, way. Piazza. Miliciano. But the call is deflected by Upia wide. Got a big tailor and salute him this time. Yes, in the way of his teammate's side. He doesn't touch it. Gaspar but me would have. Well, options for Bodijan up to him. Yes, hit it. By the back post. He went for goal. What me need. Johnny. Solidari. No. You should say Von Vila then, so that's sure that we didn't have to deep out, so Mega. Mixture's first real slither possession. Also match. Runs after 19 minutes. It's an opponent. We're getting up too many options available. Even if Downing. Napoli looking to play a high line, which makes me difficult for Lecce to play through them. Bad done. Something happened on the turn. Chamada. The very rare such as those far. The throwing, but no more. Just will come out of that starting to take over Storm Stoish as Ipswich first choice striker. This will be easy for the Steels to adapt since arriving here in Italy. Nada, but it doesn't so much. There's tactician surrounding him. Still at Serie. The other step on loan from the Easter Serie goal would have alleviated some of the pressure he has. Towards now, naming the game, Mr. Consistency. You can just got past him, Giallorossi, so your runs in behind, and it's up for space. This player is possibly an option. Magisa, Gaspar, clever. So, and yeah, you see how plays to the game so far. What are you showing? What he did exactly what he purchased for. Passed him to you, that he's tough, so that's him down there. Yeah. You know. Stepping side as well for Lobotka. Still in Jenny was expected to be bad on the veg this evening. He is in Lobotka. Madani intercepts that one. Yes, shit. Starts at side. The other bit of a hole in the game. Berisha. Under. Nobody. Napoli are doing well to throw Sietch's wingers backwards. Every sign do get themselves on the ball. Those are idiot late through, but the Chiquiti up a little bit impatient. Thinking last shot is the start of the game, so yeah, them to blow into the match if anything. In Spa, he passed. Gilmore, Lamieux trying to win it back. And there you go, into Fulidari. Controlling off for the first time. The years on of Lecce's new dangerous players in the time. Santiago Pierotti showed that last season. He messed Serie this on. As I mentioned earlier on, he had to spoil his campaign. You just expect Napoli to find an extra gear. If they play at this pace, they're not really going to chop the leadership. It showed the last couple of matches that they are capable after Serie soaking up the pressure. Then trying to see against Barna, and then it didn't did against Sassuolo either. Then on the tap here with Banda. Misha. Basti. Yeah, by Gilmore. We see Lecce who was starting to set control of the match. Giallorossi runs on to East. Berisha, East Bay. Napoli savage yet very, but Berisha fails on him to target. So Seattle part of the game, showing sort of there. Late on Koulibaly. With new by Lecce. He should show his quality of this 3-chip goal against Udinese. Beautifully shot. Not setting quality there. So they should have that yellow card for the Napoli left back. Chip fails that he scored against Napoli in the last year. Ball needs these. Beating on the Partenopei. Do you feel that this season? Napoli. Ball lets it in goals. He conceded. It's so star for Sergio Conte's team, which means that they're not. You can keep up there with the best defense to be SerieA at the moment. Allo, Palata, Amorti. Lamens der ball in possession. Vanda, Burley. And Jordan O'Diaz, we know. Once just loose, doesn't panic. Lang begins to head up, does well. Lucha, the ugly thief, Kumi Dugman. Now, Velnas. Molisano arriving. Misano. Miles 9 away at Perugano. He is held down by Vanda. It's just the end product. Which is not really there for Napoli at the moment. That's how it played. Gilmore's deflected shot. The only, that goal we've seen. All the parts in the play. Stopping best of out. SerieA have been a little too feel sad at the moment. One Jordan Noah. One Jesus. Mizan. Almost. The control. Bonitano. Lovely reverse pass. Needed a better ball from D'Alonso, particularly in the right. Rucha. If he in his area, immediately becomes dangerous. You're curious. Giuseppe, Bonitano again. Gilmore. Bang. Big play by Noah Lang. Oliveira. Beast to lost. Now live simple. Bonitano who can't keep it down. That call him with that important touch on the call. Is inviting to Politano. They should be doing better there. Napoli man. Noah Lang and Helmas. Napoli's best players for the moment. It was again the Dutch meet. Nubcha. Guavizzano. Half an hour gone at DerbyItalia, it's still goalless. Still in Lecce and Napoli. Voglio tu la Napoli, really gone down, yeah, got out to turn. Oh, he used as another momentum there with that pass. Politano. He'll use that momentum again. He punishes yourself. Oliveira. You're not. Together that between last five Yucha. Well, just down. He gives that him just yelling together, nothing more. Stoppare gränsen till Kasper Bergning. As the Swallows piece on the bench. It means the results of the day will some learn from Manchester United of the expectation. StadioViaDelMare will be signing a permanent deal with Napoli, who are also waiting to the return of Mohamed Chakil. 52% possession of the ball. 4 Conte's players in the first half hour of play, which is more or less in line with what we've seen from Napoli so far this season. Oli Doero. Yelmas standing by Venido Sega. Wasn't too much of the bullet in Napoli there, so it's not me start. Now, just test it out of play. Let's select solve the Orenzo. There is Scotland on 8. Stop starting a SerieA game for the first time this season. So the second time. So it's joining that game that it's not started SerieAMatch, the former Manchester United plan. So I've been sort of near this as well. What he says, header. Jump lays the man, not the ball, and an easy decision to the referee, so all the free kick. Descent by lag through his core outlasts with on. You'll know it's a holy fera. Vieni, but to hurry. Giallorossi. There's that squad one giorno al Mastigen. 2 ball. Ninja, it's Dalsey. The Neil challenge generate your power. It's just a chance. And poured it. Got a bit of fortunate there to that bounce. This is Jacob Gabriel, who you said to flee it. You give us in that the goalkeeper beat it though it was. Very close range for Yether. That's the closest Napoli have come in this first half. 10 minutes to go until the break. Obviously Sam. Tilgård. Didn't all these there. I would be Belmast. Why? Wasn't it to get, but lab smoked out 2 minutes back. It's only that. That's the kind of thing that Stadium Hopkins will really appreciate. Yeah, the city letter, like he's putting himself about the most mad been seen. You really see his treachery yet. Why not that little that last season? Yes, you just says Napoli. You know, in pleasant return to see his little team now scoreline. He'll know. Kicks down that. Here is like you could not at either way. Yeah. There's thus Jen Blurb starting to move back. Vitano. Me. Oh, wow. Jibo. But Diga. The style there, Bombodidano. Stop. But I'll be done and stay close to lag and stop and Serie and it's actually there in all time. Oh, sitting. Yeah, the referees say that it is the foul and that's it. You can't know what to post make phone status. Yeah. Yeah, shall beauty of that holy head of us. Ian. Gone out and yeah, Giallorossi moves. He seems to be too much from that. No. Need to establish. Well. See, not just us. Moisa and first time. Difficult deal to do anything with that. Still 5 minutes to go. Obviously, it's stale. By the start here, it'll be an automatic. One. No, you had on. You might know. One Jesus. You will know. Time to serve. Here he. Just say the ball Belmas. Now Les Winston. Now Lane. Pirobo. Ball back up Joe. Ball back by Jamar. Now Jallo. One times this Yorkshire had possession of the ball. Aladali. Minarsi. Gerardi, his that's by Oliveira. Napoli down. Oh. And him Conte calling to his players to move the ball out to the left wing. And now live in attack. Standing play, defending by Danilo Lega. Delmas. Oh. Still, he struggles to get himself on the ball. Gilmore. Here is the Cameroonian. Wulizano. And there's really almost every show that he's presented with against Politano. Vanda. Comes the hit. In spell, you unless you can suppress. Just these two song full tell that about. Deal ball. Bob just fully was through. There's D there. That's the invaders themselves. Now the VG skimming against him. Ethan Chisco, you would imagine it's going to be that there with the way his team have defended overall in this first half. They certainly worked as a unit and they'd come into the game prepared, ready to work. Up being the latch, there's a concentration that if and Chisco boys it to after the defeat against the unit. Is it? Straight out of the way, right? No, nearly please. Just thought of you. It's been a really disappointing first half in terms of what they've produced. Was stupid inside it all. Some Elmas mine. Yeah. No, and so on. This seems so difficult. In this so nobody's prepared to accept the opposition. Buongiorno there. Stretching out his now is that why not? And Lecce just strike just before the play. Berisha. We used it for that Downey. How could he buddy put his shot on him those buddy? But why to Flander? His class. Tramada. Solved it. I give this that and Francesco Demarta. Not a bad move. But it's just perspective. Good, exactly, Lee. Well, Napoli haven't been able to do, which is get the ball in the middle and net a shot away. Nick Savage and that covered, well. Clutch that it play from Lecce overall, and that too, with 1 out of time in this first half. Pogby's there. Right in, see it. pretty uneventful first 45 minutes of play. Up at the end of that, Napoli have had control of the match, but without being lucky, defended was the units and tried to make life as difficult as possible to the Napoli attackers, which is exactly what they've managed to do. And at the break, the end of the night, we stole this Mitchell, Napoli now. That place could be an early shakes in the second half. Noah Lang has caused it a substitution. It's the start in Serie A. That's it, and prematurely and disappointingly, David Maris is going to be introduced. Tears will be disappointed to you tell me off. Darlan. All was team's first beginning of the league campaign. We saw it flashes at times of what he's capable of, his passing range, his speed. Well, overall, as I just see a rather quiet first half with the slower PSD man. If you're still talking about the challenge we saw at the end of the first half, where it took him a little while to get that done. The upstart he's done a little bit of a dirty leg. Difficult for us to speculate some here of towards that Boba West Officer Politano and Lorenzo Stout on straight, so Politano a mi un challenge from Joe Bass. Well, that's the he's doing it to the Jake against Lorenzo Lupcha. And sends him with a half chance twice there, Lupcha. But it did offside as well. But it's up from Lupcha and he didn't cause problems. Another player is subtle to adapt himself to surroundings here. For Napoli, I should say. 12 goals on him last season, just the one so far. Berisha. Deja. It will be able to kill so much energy from the support of the crowd. Every time they come forwards, every time they get across it, and just hear the sounds. Comes up to the United stands again here. The challenge by Oliveira, but it is a Partenopei. Berisha. So Austin start. Was there that goal? I repeat it, Peter's score. Up the other line, taking that as it's flipping to counter. And he's past one. Past two. Look at Almas arriving. Others just took it out of play. Work hit ball, our VAR official Matteo Garillo. Difficult to tell from both those replays. That one deconfused as well. So Oliveira reached the pass he was interested, or wanted to rather. Is it still being checked? Yeah, there's wait for everyone. This might provide us with a better view. It does shake the hand of Juan Jesus, but it's close to his body. It's in a natural position. You've seen those given. And you've seen them not given. Isn't it really going to be up to the officials? It's a leg feet check, that's for certain. So Giuseppe Cordova is going to go and review the evidence and make up his own minds. Has been sold by Matteo Garillo to check it himself. Does make contact. PP. The second penalty here yet consecutive game as Napoli going to give away, but none ball any time of plus. Decision time. The pigeon been through doing. Il calciatore numero 5 del Napoli, con il pallone, con la mano, con as you can probably tell by the reaction of the crowd, the decision is a penalty to Lecce. Giuseppe Cordova judging that Juan Jesus' hand is in an unnatural position, and that is why penalty has been given. And had to have the ball there. It's now Ramadani who had it. But this is just to allow Commander to keep his focus on taking the penalty. Juan Jesus and Fiorenzo are still using their case, but it's useless now. Gonna have to let it go. Juan Jesus. Decision's been taken. More a moment. That missed the take for 17-year-old Francesco Perarda. Couple of weeks on from getting his first Serie A goal against Bologna. He can now put Lecce ahead against Napoli. His last goals were 30 to the under 21s. Come out done, and it's time for Felix Savage. Leipzig stacking rivals more to invite him in Felix Savage. He is known to be the battles is doppler. Just had a comfortable hard goal, and yes, but he just is the right way. So it says dollars. Manda. Politana. Nava just does a little bit of a wake-up call for Napoli. Luca started well. Everybody takes it off Politano. It's been a silly first 57 minutes from Conte players. You'll be the way this SerieA season is going. Swinging in one way, then swinging the other. One reversal, opened up an opportunity for one up, and the others behind Napoli to take advantage of any drop points here. Considering the fixtures coming up for Napoli, this is really one. But you would imagine 3 points that were expected ahead of kickoff are real bust. It's all about 10 Bologna, then Selatan set in Roma, and then Juventus. Those are Napoli's next bar SerieA fixtures. The Champions League again is along the way as well. Manda. They did this. Possessed by Madani. That's it, Lorenzo. He shows up. He used the kick ball as well, but there was nobody there. Like there's a so-called change about to happen for Napoli. Come out. Get the hand of David Manis. It'll be a BJ. That you'll try to much my obvious handle and all that was given against punches was. The David Manis, that's not inside the box. Just such a big frame. Planning meaningfully sound. They should have so imposing. So Squidad Sala, Rasmus Hoyland. Not like seeing with third. But some new cap. And I'm the well-made power and play from the Italian. Still that dollar comes on for Izera. And what he done, a little make way, little. And that really down on the strong like thought. You know, you maybe we need is the money. Oh, outside. Nah. Grigia. Reached the insulated badass. Was to have goal. There was a really ambitious try from that angle. You and more. Into the tennis. It's not quite Amadani. No, Danny's going to be showed a yellow card for that. Like we have that way. Jeez. Skin startup. First option, third. Here comes to Matsol ready. Thought why just all. Less. Substime Lorenzo, you're not Magos, Bina Stola. Now, Landa. Lecce also playing back down. Give me a second half. So in terms of the way Napoli with reorganised after those changes, Delmas has gone out to the left wing, McTominay played in a more familiar central role. Talima Lear first green lob now from Conte. McTominay playing just behind Hoyland. Did that start out? Seems like a good start to the season, the Italian. Goal and 2 assists so far in SerieA. All the same around the man. Juan Jesus. Now David Neres. Degree in the Brazilian. Viva Dancer forced backwards. Now look. What happened up big? That is the other end, so they started immediately to Brigegi. So now, and he just says, come on, Pierre. He would imagine him. Well, I might have that, but sure not. Chase to Dario Vega. Will become your Turks. That would turn the ball to Sensei and say some positives that is coming on. So here is the introduction of Ipswich, top scorer this season so far. I'll make plan the next away. I'm going to discipline the thoughts. Don't land up. You doing? Damn, you didn't see too much action on the forward areas of the place, but it's all in. Once you see out the game, now this speed. Yeah, Bobbin for Napoli's back line, particularly give Napoli push on to try and win the game. Good luck. Get this ass dated Neres. Neres is very quick, but he's not picking up to win that line. Match Jesus. Sensei Morense. Comes to the now. Ball. Open up here in Napoli. Somebody. Instead of that spare side back to score. Much somebody, but it's side in Sandal. Yeah. Livingston corner, up one, Jesus. Morgan Mattis. Yeah. Still not good. Me. I well, that's Katie. When that's done, each day outside, David Nanas back to his captain. He knocked down the last. Yes. Started to go against the pin at all, 48, and his wrist there. Listen. It's good about make color change after this corner. Nikab Sankori punishes. Instead of a free kick on the edge of the box, yeah. And the chance to Sal doable. Slicing position, and it in and then. Oh. Luca may have got off, but there's still plenty of size ahead. No, against Scott, but Tom with the stability is in the air when he two-headed goals against PSD. The Paris smells it, and it's the old start. Spoon for last of the story. But again, stains out the Marajola. But the sword here. No chance to each. And one baby enough for Napoli. Play this James and guy. That Jimenez puts the ball. He don't really abide the area. I wonder if it comes down. It's how you'll go Jasper. Thumbs over the shoulder. Election and putting it out. He's done. Not it's up first. Just at a start to the season continues. Just Milan makes way. Ward says at his feet, the 17-year-old. His best penalty. Should be a big moment for him. This time and pass, he'll be important for that. You will have to learn. He makes way, Studic is introduced. And that's done, right then. The heavy sounds. Don't deal with oh, first. So, yeah, but it's 20 minutes remaining under the end of the night. This year, at the moment, is set to go 5 consecutive games against Napoli without scoring a goal. Wilmast. Why not? Just a minute, left outside. My old master, he was allowed to come in. Oh, I thought to say that's exactly what he wants. Bravo. Saw Thom to you to the day, the first hour. Thom Napoli. Wait a minute. You need the last pitching player to score up here at the end of the night against Napoli. Funnily enough, there's the son. Oh, that was that in first year score. So the Italy first year stop. Motion Apple Doll is given to Polchisa. Soils new ready onto SerieA season. Now Napoli's job, top scorer at all side. Kevin De Bruyne. Brescia. Headed down by Druid Buddy. Gilwell. Himself. And no ready. B. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Baddest. Dodge yourself. You're done. Give the lot absol. More back for Zoom, but Telenagni. Like Paris. It. Gilbo. Speak on Solemn. Held us free. That's feasting. How about Solomon A? In. Gilbo. Straight to the outside, Solid A. Deutsch wins the header. Napoli, he knew they'd pull ahead that. I don't believe shot. He dished him when he started very well, but from that range to beat Adi Milinkovic Savic, who is Swillish players of Serie A, who are very ambitious indeed. Yeah. Little ball. Look, someone A. On this you have relaxed. He's quiet in the first half. He's nearly turned up for the second. Yeah, I had some. And there, that's still dicey. Speed of thought of, you know. You should be forced to do your chasing now and running at the moment. Does your line on these $1,000 just sap the energy from the leadership players? The answer to the outload in a minute earlier, I was saying, no more down. Let's not give up, give in. Bisha next to A. Yeah, then tunnels on. That stars. Used to not let it in. Wait, 21 minutes so far this season. He said Bladet. He's 16 minutes ahead of him now. That's what I'd say. Still, it was still a foul. Storm Dionans don't without a nibble. It's just going to be a chance now for Lecce to put the ball in the middle. Mamadani waving his teammates forwards. In a long ball, a set piece might be away to Lecce. Alan Steedy still Lecce. Then first when he gets Napoli on this ground, Sips 20-0 then. You might have to wait a little bit longer to the win, but they'll certainly settle for a draw now. Zipper, I'd say, did well. Nilo Vega forced back close. Boydens. Jedi. Moby outside and the Mista. Well, maybe some trouble there around Mast. Here's the Lecce boy. Steep decision made by the referee. Me. You had that's tough. It's the chill, so and so hunches those as well. Oileries, Bustles, Van Sheffield Gabriel. The Gabriel jet ahead of it did not ask me. This is going to be a thing. That is boy short to go. There's every defense shit score. As for only beats at the Sergio Conte bonds of 10 previous matches, 10 previous beats. That did keep in trouble the SerieA. He's now of these Conte in the SerieA. Into Jesus just was in charge of Roma. Also Chelsea, the Winners' Champions League. He sets my leg. And somebody heads off. Offside. You move it. G. Lessons coming on. Fast story Lecce. Chip. Yes, Dan Hoyle at least. You want that? G. He's to the last tournament. Officer set up. If the decision of Zeus dies, here is now the goal scored. This possessed thought out as RTLR. Past this shaft behind, he said, not that violent. You know how that's achievement in. Sorry about the language. If I surely was on, I was aimed at. Thought one say, but yeah, I don't, yeah, why these awards humanity that so yeah, here is however the Napoli touch will it is so his deal Stella goes down today. I'm saying my dad say but you in a bit of space. He drops to Ramadari, he can't iron to the Sensei Morente. Would he have that closed? Speaking of still cheap this in. Here's something behind you to chase, but just chased it off to splash down the one of the day. Get in. Just took the year. Well, that's Joel, something else. Oh, you got that is tall. Won that quite out of Johnny. Well, are we actually both stewards? Sensei Morente. Referee's quite off. Hello's the Austrian. Dealer then still goes down really cheaply. It did the other guy there was the other Colsack Giallorossi. Dishy tried a pretty good bad deal at end stop. His teammates will bail him out when Chesto fell out that. As Miguel Gucciat hits two, is about to come on. And Reese, the last substitution. That must have led to make way. The Torvers for Eldas. You have to wait for first goals and Napoli since Serie to the club. He's on loan, Elmas. Not a lot. Start Gabriel did well. Got low. Back. On to your answer. That's far. Innovator. 3. Here. Serie. And like no other gets. He just in a big me, that's first beast of toy. It's a positive drop from that eye. Dickovic Savage. It's star beats. Toilet to the ball. Malher. Didn't show. Swept me. The lips the edge. We travel away with her. And either Vega. Still push it. You win. Where's small? It's done. Start there and CD. Hip. Typical thing is under your leg and boot can show that. The bolt will be saved from Napoli point of view. Just take a little bit more time away. But he shot stronger than this picture. So the Napoli players. They sent Cavani. LecceVsNapoli. Well, best score in this situation, and the academy about it. both balls one. Napoli's first team. Mischiedet to an offside. Diego Maradona. Doesn't bad at stop 5 career goals against the Lecce. Gallo. It's a Giallorossi. Moylan. 3 players around the far hole in that. Still to that ball. Goes to the days there and he let him to kill and all that. Chevy yellow fella. Frustration. The using the ball. Well, there should be a significant amount added time, considering there was a very lengthy check for Kamada's missed penalty. It's generally freed me towards added time, owing to 12:90 remaining. The referee says there'll be another minute added on to any added time. No one's already knowing to be added on. You have started. The right move by him. But he did on that song. Platinum by Santo Manente. Let's do this. Madly though, do I buy the corner flag? You want me? Meeting. Almost 6 years ago now that Antonio Conte made his Serie and debut, you know. Well, next year, yes, a 60-year-old. Yes, you're relegated and posted as part of the team that allowed the Lecce to hit emotion in 1988. Yeah. 100 appearances. All the Giallorossi can hold Satan. Monsters to get in. Fast to use the lead. Get at the chatting. No foul on Altista. Foul and lead. Seven and no mouse to be added on here. Valencia time, but it's it. Glad on a reaction from the crowd as well. Yeah, look. And she was mouse player to touch the ball. Madden taste it quickly. That's him on that take. Madden big ball. Saturn that tight. You know, that's the heads up. Yeah, look. There. Last time Serie A and it's thought solid this time. Still it's 400. Yeah. Zulu's a little bit isolated. Now there's something to push there. Direction number 9. Consolidate. Black space down. Starter. Make sure. Forcing problems. Do that starter. Eating up. Go on, do that time and time again. Facility. Jerry the anti-20 European Championships. He had Zuya let us on to win. He stuff it yeah, you got it. Sure, he saw the limbs to get that saw that. He one of the best players. He put the problems on the win right until they did it. Serie. Dilmo, Napoli key doing the call, and that's still part of the added dead into play. He's here as like yellow away. I don't know that song. Okay, sir. Nearest. Then that's telling you to reach it. Okay, that first to it. Spider Wilson's dropping on loud, how's that? Get in. Made a big deviation of policy when he showed him yet shit. That's a sad period. I'm so glad he played for Boulogne at me. Studied professional National League in French. All before living. Sergio Bupavesti and the Malay Salt Division. In sense of fans, so it should be as well in LigaItalia. Makes sense, he appearances for Lecce in his debut season and finish in the last campaign. Get to school. SerieA goal. Get in. Yep, to school for Lecce. Lecce would take any hero. He got started at Leagues of Islands. Gilmore. The Napoli's best. Seeding Billy Gilmore. Boilers. It's running out of time, like less than 3 minutes to be added instead of the remaining. What a start, though. More bodies forward. Coming out of his ball, so to David Manes, Sanchi Sa, back to the Brazilian. Manes, causing problems. Plays in the middle, that's missed by Hoyland. But it is a Napoli corner. Has already scored. Yes, Yorkshire Rasmus Hoyland did so when he burst onto the sea before then Selatan. Tell you what, that's a decent chance there. Here, this the ball. Serious battle. Your end's done that then. Yeah, there. Yeah, maybe going to lose the Lorenz store. Oh, I thought it. Surely, surely, Sergeant said, yeah. He used the free jig. The gas Konai Nogi. Yeah, those shattered. He does jump into the back of him in badness too. There's 24-year-old standing in. And he just feel. But yeah, sure. I've gone out of options now. Yeah. Bob does this penalty. Follow the inside points in this game. He added a set piece that wasn't defended properly by he should ball short her cheap to be in mid-air. Was not being a last chance. Matani. He needs to go forward now. Oh, sideways. Shadow Gabriel. Serie. Yeah, and look. New be performance total 12 Napoli. But one of our best players this season. He's the goal. Monji stop with the winning goal. Francesco come out the missed penalty. Monji stop. Medals in back-to-back matches. Lecce made it difficult. Lecce come up short. Send it here to the other night. Napoli gone. Will be top of the table. And a man else at the end of match day night.